change can be very scary and people fear change, even though it's coming and they know it's coming. So whenever we've talked about managing change and big changes, we've always tried to acknowledge the fear that comes along with change and talk about the obstacles. Because when you can acknowledge them and ensure that you realize what's to come, you can help make sure that people are, in fact, doing what needs to get done, so that the change is a positive one. At the same time, with change, I don't think we make changes for the sake of change. I think you have to make change because it's necessary and it helps promote the greater good and the work that you're doing in the most effective and meaningful ways. And sometimes the best change is actually not making change at all, but embracing where you are and honoring that and moving forward.
I have a mantra, and I've had to repeat it to myself several times this week. Like, change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. But getting through the hard beginning and the messy middle is really hard for change agents. The stories for me about change are really quite classic, and one of them is the burning platform story about the oil rig that's in the middle of the Black Sea. It's a really dark, stormy night, and the oil rig catches on fire, and the people that are on the oil rig have this choice to make. Like, do I stay on the platform with certain death, or do I jump into the cold, black, deep sea, not sure, but maybe a possibility that I will survive? And so I tell people that change is like that. Like, you have to have a burning platform because people have to have a real reason to want to change. You have to create something that gives them the catalyst to change. And that has to be really compelling because it's so easy to kind of stay in the status quo.
So change for us right now is what our company is all about. And it's the mission that we align around to change the way people can access healthcare. And every member of our team not only believes that, that's why they're here. So it is the core of our purpose, if you will. And it's a little scary. We're entrepreneurs. We put our company out there on the line that we're going to change healthcare. And so that part, it's a big thing to take on. And we're not changing all of it, but we're changing our piece of it, one patient at a time. And so the satisfaction that we get from making those changes is enormous. And the gratitude from our patients, where we're able to bring that change to them and change their lives, gives us purpose. That's why we're here.
Educating others too is such a big part of change. Part of what I do is embracing new technologies, introducing new ways of doing things into organizations. And people don't like change, but if they understand where it's coming from, it really helps them to embrace it a little more. A mentor of mine once said to me that in order to change, you have to be unafraid of failing, right? And as a leader, I think you really have to embrace and let everyone know that this is new, that we will fail at some point. Something will go wrong, and that's okay. And that's what we learn from, and that's how we grow, and that's how we innovate.
At Mercy, I'm very blessed with an amazing team of people. They wouldn't be working there if they weren't mission-driven people. These aren't people you have to force to come to a table. They've chosen careers at Mercy because they want to make change. And so in our school, it's not a big issue about forcing people to come to the table. It's things that they want to do. But we're blessed because we all have a similar vision about what we want to do for change at Mercy.
The very first thing I think about is to lead by example. So be the change that I would want to see first and foremost. If I can embrace it myself as a human being, which seek to understand, then I can work with my team to understand how the change motivates them, how it impacts them, and then understand how best to tackle the strategy that would be most effective for them. In terms of how to lead the change, is really to encourage the open-mindedness about possibilities. And my thoughts about engaging people and leading change is really finding solutions. So there'll be problems all the time, everywhere, but really finding solutions and working with the team to find creative and options that are often not thought about.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, everyone.
everyone.